Hello, hello. I think I got everything. I think I got everything remembered. There's a flyer on my desk, so if you hear me freak out, it's probably because it like buzzed in my ear or something. What's up, everybody? Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Midway through the week. Fingers crossed. Hello. Place your bets now. We'll press need to cheat this time. You know what? Before I say anything, place your bets. Before I go out there and defend myself, place your bets. We're going into the trial. Place your bets. I want to see. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Who do I see in here? I see Raven, Hollow, True. I think I saw Caleb in here earlier. Hello, everyone. Mario Code Red. Hey, how's it going? You have a question. Shoot. I don't think I'm going to need to cheat this time. However, if you... So, here, I'll catch you up to speed really quick. Unfortunately, I tried to stream this game on Monday. 10 minutes before stream, I realized, oh no, I didn't save my game from the last time. We've been through that. It's okay. Unlucky. Learning pains, you know? Growing pains. Tell me why I was playing through it off stream to catch myself back up. And I had to watch my VOD because I got stuck again. I didn't know what to do. I was like, this was a week ago. Why am I so bad at this game? It's like, what are we talking about? I'm like, what am I doing wrong? But it's okay. I caught myself up. Is there an Espresso? I don't know. I don't know what that means, unfortunately, Mario. I don't know. Only the investigations need some assistance? You know what? That's what I'm going to bank on, Raven. I like to think that I save all my mental energy for in the courtroom, right? No worse feeling than losing a save. Yeah. Like when I was a kid, I remember when I was a kid, and this wasn't even my fault. I had the Billy and Mandy Adventures GameCube game, and my file got corrupted, and I lost everything, and I cried. I was so far in the game, too. I was like, oh, man. At least it's fresh in your mind now. True. It actually did help catch me up a little bit on some things that I forgot, because it's been a little bit over a week since we streamed Ace Attorney, because I think Valorant was last Wednesday. We'll enjoy it. Unfortunately, this is going to be the last stream of the week. I really wanted to make up Monday's stream with another one this week, but I will actually be heading on a little trip with my mom. Me and my mom are going to hang out over the weekend, so we'll be chilling, and then we'll be back next week, so. You know what I'm starting to realize as more and more people come in here? I'm really bad at reading chat. I've really thought I was thinking about it in the Valorant stream last week. I'm like, I'm really bad. When there's too much going on, I lose my spot. And you guys know from watching me play Ace Attorney, sometimes it's hard enough for me to read as it is. The save one kabloosh? Pretty much it was gone. But problem solved, and I don't wanna keep us waiting any longer. I've actually already got it pulled up. I came prepared today. One of my first Sun and Moon playthroughs, I lost a lot of progress because I didn't save. Oh, and Pokemon, it stinks. Because then you have to re-catch everything, and if you catch like a really good Mon with like EVs or IVs, or heaven forbid a shiny, and you lose it. Is there an espresso? I'm drinking a black coffee right now. That's all. I think I talked about this. My espresso machine's broken. Did I talk about this? I won't spend too much time on it. We'll get into the game. But my espresso machine's broken. Isn't that tragic? I have to get a new part for it. So I'm drinking Keurig coffee right now, which is fine. I mean, it's better than the instant coffee packets, but unfortunately, it is still, you know, your quick brew coffee. Anyway, back into the game. We'll catch you guys up to speed really quick since it's been a second. All of our evidence has been compiled, so I do feel like we are heading into the courtroom soon. We got this Goodman's Lost Item report, which is Bruce Goodman essentially submitting that he had lost something, and it's a receipt. Then we have an ID record of everyone who's entered the room with some really interesting ones here. I have a feeling this 777 is going to play some sort of a role. We learned that Bruce Goodman obviously entered using his ID card, although if you remember, Bruce Goodman allegedly died in 2 places at the same time, so something's not tracking there. And of course, our buddy Miles Edgeworth has found himself in a little bit of hot water, since he was also in the evidence room about 35 minutes before the murder took place, dealing with the transfer of, what was it, the SL9 incident, I think? I hope I'm not mixing up some events. What else do we got? Oh, this is just the floor plan. We found some blood on the lockers here, and then a big pile of blood here. I'm guessing where the crime took place. Along with that, we have a glove that was supposedly worn by the murderer. And Officer Meekins alleged that Bruce Goodman, who was the man that was killed, pointed a gun at him. We put together this vase, and we know that the evidence lockers can only open, I think, with a particular detective's fingerprint. So we're getting pretty close to entering the trial. I was gonna go search for Miles, and that's where we'll pick up. I love coffee, no matter what way. I'm pretty much the same. I don't love the instant coffee packets, but outside of that, you know, even a Keurig coffee's good enough for me. But I much prefer to like make my own espresso style drinks if I can. I've heard about this game, but how is it played? So think of it like a visual novel. So essentially, you are going around talking to different people, and it's really, really story-oriented, and then you do your investigation, you gather your evidence, which we've done here, and then you go into the courtroom and you try and prove your client innocent of the crime. Edgy's got to get his shit together. I know. We just got him off the hook for 2 murder trials, and now the dude's like, well, yeah, actually, my car was used in this one, and also I was at the scene of the crime. And it's like, Edgeworth, come on, man. Murderer Meekins, he's innocent. If Meekins did it, I don't know what I'll do. Genuinely, if Meekins did it, I don't know how I'll handle it. Hey, what's up, Stay? Welcome in. All right, so I'm guessing if Edgeworth isn't here, we're going to go over to... Let's go over to his actual office. And I have a feeling he'll be there. Look at that. February 25th, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Wait a second. Is this the guy from the second trial? Or did they just use the same spray? Hang on. Oh, it's you. Oh, it is. It is him. Have we met somewhere? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave so long. Is Edgeworth here? Is that the same guy or not? Wait, was that just like another bellboy that looks very, very, very similar? I didn't get a notification for the live. No worries. YouTube notifications are a little scuffed. You didn't miss anything. Standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Oh, he looks a little distressed. Right. He has the hotel friggin' tea service. I wish I could do that. Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? By the way, as always, let me know about the volume. I think I've got it all figured out, but if it sounds like I'm screaming at you, let me know. Dude, if that's the same... Is that the same bellboy? That's crazy. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Yes, he brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth, and it's probably pretty important to you, man. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Yeah, if you remember, he did kind of drop the ball in the last trial because Meekins was trying to bring him the case files and he turned him away, which was a pretty big blunder, if I'm being honest. A very big blunder. I think it was just a cameo. I don't remember seeing him at all in this case, but we'll see. If it's it read like a cameo, right? It read like, hey, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But then the bellboy's just like, I'm out of here. Yeah, if it's a cameo, it's cool enough. So how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Getting off the hook a lot lately, Edgeworth. I've heard them say that so many times, ever since that case 2 years ago. Yes, Edgeworth was accused of falsifying evidence in the case 2 years ago that I think ended up getting someone convicted as guilty. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, oh, by the way, for those who weren't here in the last court issue of this series, this is the prosecutor that we are going up against, so you'll see him in the courtroom. Something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police, Gant. Gant! I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Wow, I've never seen him look this out of sorts before. Let's see. We've probably got a couple of things that we could show him. I think the thing that's on everyone's mind is why his name is on the ID card record. I would love to know that. So tired today? I'm going to cry from everything? I hope you're okay, Stay. I hope you're doing all right. I remember you were really tired in the last stream as well. I hope everything's okay. All right, let's see. Right, I'd better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage? The music cuts off? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. Not again, he's saying. Please, not again. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less. Oh? The Chief of Police. He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. Yeah, we've learned that. We've learned that the hard way. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I'm gonna bet a murder case. I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I'd better make a note of it. Unrelated evidence, screwdriver added to the court record. Evidence from a past case of Edgeworth's brought back to his office by Gant's request. Stubborn as always, I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Wait, so there's a third page of evidence now? Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe we're going to be in the investigation a little longer. Jeez. Holy moly. Now, why would Gant want to control this case? I think you were a little suspicious of him, right, Hollow? I'm a little suspicious of him, too. This is all very suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Alright, well, there's nothing else. I'm sure there's something else that we can present him. Maybe. Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case. All right, fine. I guess we're not. I guess he's not going to tell us anything. All right. Should we show him the floor plan? No, he doesn't want to discuss the case. But he didn't give me a whole lot of info on this. Tell me about this. I need you to tell me about this. No. Oh, my gosh. Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. Okay, we've got to show him something. This case is a marathon. I can tell. Oh my gosh. This reminds me. I don't know what the average playtime it takes to complete this game. And it may be slowed down because I am streaming it. However, I have 32 hours of playtime on this, which I feel is a little bit longer than it should be. Oops. But it's okay. We're all in this together, right? We're all in this together. All right, we've got to show him the best evidence that we've got. Probably this, right? No, he doesn't want to talk about that. I just have to show him my best piece of evidence. Oh, did he see this jar? Okay, he really doesn't want to talk to me about this. I could show him my attorney badge. Show him everything? I know at this point, I'm just... He doesn't like the glove. All right. What does he like? He doesn't like the lost item receipt. Emma's getting real pissed at me. Do you want to see this? No, he doesn't. He doesn't want to see that. What does he want? What does he want? Did I show him this? He's not very happy. Okay, wait. I've got an idea. Maybe I need to inspect the rubber glove or the vase. Maybe that's it, right? Maybe I'm skipping a step. According to Google, the average is 15 to 20 hours. Oh, okay, so we're only double that. Great, awesome. That's not too bad. I'm streaming it, right? So it's a little bit longer. I keep it open in the background for a couple minutes before stream, so we're ready to go. It's not that big of a deal. I guess this is another piece of evidence found from that case. You know, I never did care for the word tag. It's confusing. What's so confusing about that? Do you know how many other words sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, lag? Is that shag? Is that a word? Do you challenge me? I do. And she's not going to elaborate any further. All right then. It doesn't look like there's really anything else on this glove. So that was not what we were looking for. 20 hours seems about right. Jeez, why don't you guys rub it in a little more? I'm kidding. This case is like half the content of Ace Attorney 1. It really feels like it. I think the title of my last stream was, are we finishing the stream today? How naive I was. No, we weren't finishing the stream. Or no, we weren't finishing the game. They're hard to make out, but there are some dark red stains here. Looks like blood. Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this when he got stabbed? Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. This jar was evidence in the SL9 incident. That might be when the blood got on it. Interesting. I don't think I can spray this for blood, can I? What the heck is this? This thing doesn't have a bottom. That is really weird. I wonder which side is up. What's the purpose of a bottomless jar? At least it doesn't collect any dust inside. Wouldn't put it past my apartment if it was here. Man, my apartment's dusty. Case seems huge. I know. It's crazy. We might not even finish today. It doesn't seem like it because I think we're only on day 2 of the court trial. No way we do? Okay, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Especially if I talk to Miles for as long as I've been talking to him. Okay, the best piece of evidence I got. What would you like to see, Miles? Please don't keep us waiting. Please talk to me. I'm begging you. All right, let's see. Okay, he's not going to talk about this. Oh, wait, he did. Oh, I just missed it. I'm sorry. I just assumed that he was going to give me the same old verbiage that he always gives me. Didn't think this was actually going to trigger something. That's on me. He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Yeah, tell me the truth about whatever it was. Oh, the allegations of forgery. Oh, okay. According to Google, this case takes 4 to 6 hours. I think we're unfortunately long past that. We will finish in a few weeks. I hope not. I think I'm predicting 2 streams. This stream and 1 more. That's my guess. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then. He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed? Holy moly. That's some serious stuff. You didn't. Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Okay, Edgeworth did not. Okay, whew. I was like, Edgeworth, that's a bad look. If he was executed off forged evidence. I'm very glad that he didn't do it. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science. Well, yeah, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Oh? Some more forensic stuff? Interesting. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. This case has it all. Holy smokes. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Fingerprinting set and fingerprint file received. Recovers fingerprints from handprints for comparison with fingerprint file. Interesting. You love this powder? Okay, I feel like we're going to get to use it a lot then. That's exciting. New power up. This is our Super Saiyan. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. All right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. You mean like everywhere? I feel like there are handprints everywhere. But I think the one that Phoenix is talking about was back in the evidence room, right? The one on the locker? Guard station. They don't make it easy to get there. Holy smokes. Is this just Among Us, but a real life in a courtroom? Kinda. Kind of a little bit. You know, now that you mention it, people do just throw out accusations out of nowhere. So in that sense, it is kind of like Among Us. I feel bad for Edgeworth trying his best, even though he comes off cruel. I agree. He comes off cruel and harsh, but if he's not actually fabricating evidence, then, you know, he's doing his job. Now, well, you know, current Edgeworth. Edgeworth at the beginning of the game that was trying to get us thrown in jail, I do still have beef with. Current Edgeworth, I vibe with. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. All right. All right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. Really can't tell the difference at a glance. I'm going to guess it's probably the pointer finger in this case, right? Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Okay. I feel like really it's the thumb. But since we're specifically saying fingerprint, I'm going to go with this one. Turnabout Revolution case apparently has an average of 12 hours to complete it. We might have to marathon that one. That'd be kind of fun. Start on like a weekend day and just sit down and marathon it. Now it's time to check for prints. Get like DoorDash. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. And how do you do that? With enter, of course. It looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. How do I do that? With E. Okay, imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake, see? Alright, that looks like fun. Might take some getting used to, though. It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. I guess I'd better give it a try. Okay, so we put the dust on. Can I put dust everywhere? Oh, I can! I hope this is like the spray and we can't run out of dust. Alright, and then we blow. Oh, we got it! We actually got it! Oh, if Turnabout Revolution's from the 6th game, we're gonna be a while. This is the 1st game. You found one, but this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean?
I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? Person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. We already know that. We have their glove. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints. Looking at the locker door again closely, there's more fingerprints. It seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. Okay, so these ones here, huh? I like to cover the entire screen in dust. Okay, I can then. I can. Can you hear the clicking? Okay, and blow. There we go. Oh, do I have to do it more? Is that not enough? Sorry. Sorry, let me just literally, I should have just listened to Hollow in the first place, covered the whole screen with dust. And blow. There we go. A print so clear, it's dazzling. Thank you, Emma. It's quite the compliment. Dazzling. Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. Let's do it. In this case's original release on the 3DS, you got to use the microphone. That's pretty cool. I didn't realize this game came out on the 3DS. Is that... So, the first game, I think, came out in 2001, right? For, I think it was the Game Boy. And then, I'm guessing this DLC case was with the 3DS release then, right? Let's match it up right away. So, we're not done yet? This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is. I guess she's right. All right, so now we have fingerprint files that we have to match it to. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth and point out the person you think left these prints. And how am I supposed to know who it was? I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker? Whose evidence locker is it? I feel like that would be... Is it this one? Okay, I'm going with Bruce Goodman if I don't find a better one. Okay, I actually think it's Gumshoe. DLC came out with the remaster, which I believe was for the 3DS. Oh, gotcha. Oh, I didn't realize this released on the Switch, too. Dang, they got Ace Attorney on everything now, huh? I think it's Gumshoe's. I remember my school starts up in a week. Oh, my gosh. Wait. Okay, it's Gumshoe. It's Gumshoe. That's early, though. No, I guess not. My sense of time is all out of whack. I keep thinking it's July still. Like, I'm dating everything at work, and I'm still dating it as July. But I'm like, man, we're like halfway through August. Almost. Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what? Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. That's life. Gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, but if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Was there? Wait, I think there was. What if we slide over? Wasn't there one here? I'm almost positive there was one, like, right here, right? I'm almost positive. I'm gonna... No, it's not. Okay, wait, do we have to first... Oh, here we go. Okay. I'm gonna use this. Or do we have to find the actual print first? I think we have to find the print first. So let's use this. Because, yes, here it is. That's right. Why can't we get it to, like, show up, though? There was one other handprint in here. Oh, wait, I know. I think, can I use it now? No. Okay, what if we check this? This is where we got the luminal fluid reaction, right? There we go. There was a handprint here. Okay, want to try using this? There go, her eyes sparkling again. All right, let's check for the prints. Let's hear them out. That's the spirit. Oh, but I do have to warn you about something first. The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say that the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. This one looks pretty dang vivid. Enter. Oh, wait. No, we had to find ones that weren't left by the hand. Where? Where would they be? I don't see them. Do you guys see them? I'm lost. I'm lost. I can't find it. Okay. We have to find a handprint not left by blood. Okay, so let's slide. Because here's the little smudge, and that's a handprint. And I don't think there's one here. Or is there? Okay, I still want to check for prints. I feel like they wouldn't let me in here if I didn't have the opportunity to do it. So where is the dust? There we go. All right. Enter to sprinkle the dust around. And then blow. There we go. That's something. It doesn't look much like a fingerprint, but it's something. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it? But it doesn't look like we'll get a clearer result from this print. Let's try a different finger then. What? Oh, wait. Up here. Okay. All right, let's try this. Okay, and go. Oh, there we go. This would be so fun if I could blow into the microphone. I'm not going to try it. I don't want to subject you guys to that, but it would be fun. It would be really fun. All right, I don't know where I'm missing here, so we'll just go all over. And blow. There we go. Military, so I have to change schools like every 4 years, and this is my first year in this school. Well, thank you for your service. Love the powdered sugar. Yeah, it kind of is like powdered sugar. I wonder if powdered sugar could do the same. Probably not. I'm gonna guess probably not. Okay. So far, it's probably not Gant, or is it? No, it looks like it's Jake Marshall, right? I think it's Jake Marshall. Okay, so it doesn't look that the fingerprints are ever tilted. I thought maybe they were, like, turned, but I don't think that's the case. I don't think they're ever turned. These fingerprints, whose are they? Is it someone I know? It is. It is, Emma. It's Officer Marshall. Officer Jake Marshall. Marshall's fingerprints added to the court record. Now, why are Marshall's fingerprints around the bloody hand? Found on a bloody handprint left in the evidence room, the print had been wiped. I would eat the powdered print. I don't know for sure, but I don't know if this powdered print is edible. Maybe it is. But something tells me it's probably not something you should ingest. Yummy chemicals. That would be torture. Maybe just say the word blow. No, I won't do it. My mic is not good enough to make that sound good. That's got to be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma, this is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminal reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh, and we just gave this guy a steak lunch. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. And he's sitting in the other room right now eating the steaked lunch that we just gave him. But why would Officer Marshall... It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. This is not where I expected this to go. I did not expect it to be Jake Marshall. Well, to be fair, it's only a theory. I don't believe it. Interesting. Oh, is it court time? Oh, lock in. Lock in. I promise I'm not capping. Court is where this game shines. The trials are so fun. All right, here we go. Is it trial day? It's trial day. Let's go. February 24th, 9:41 a.m., District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. So what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. Yeah, we never did get to the bottom of that, did we? And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Yeah, Lana, not to mention, you keep saying you did it. You want to walk that one back yet? Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So how'd it go? It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. Does that mean she gets jail time instead of the death penalty? I'm guessing. But Lana, don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Skye, we found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall? We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Skye? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. You know, I did this before. So I was in... What was it even... I can't even remember what it was called. Think of it like a pretend court trial. They gave us like books and we had to argue, like they gave us like a murder book, a murder mystery book. And like some of the class was the prosecution and some of the class was the defendants. And I think this was around the time where I played the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney and I was on the defense team. So I was locked in and I was like, this person did it. And that's actually what my defense team went with. We built a whole case accusing this one person of doing it. Yeah, we lost that trial. We did not win that trial. It wasn't even close. But I was in my Ace Attorney era. I was like, oh, I could throw any of these accusations around. Mock trial. Yes, that's what it was. Had to be so fun. It was a good time. Because my friend that was on the defense team with me was the one who actually got me to play the Apollo Justice game in the first place. Like I said, it's been a long time. But yeah, that was funny. Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. February 24th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 9. Court is now in session for the trial of Ms. Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... Prosecution is what, Edgeworth? I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. Is this guy giving us his opening statement already? We're jumping right into it. Edgeworth's confident today. But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. This is one messed up trial. You're telling me I'm completely lost. I have no idea. Did you say objection? Objection! He never said he was ready. Yeah, I know. He just jumped right into it. Get him off the court. Contempt of court, Your Honor. Contempt of court. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today, I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In doing so, or in so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things. Whose side are you on, Emma? Even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. And that's supposed to be an admirable trait, or... Here we go. Let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. Is this Meekins? The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Wait, if this poor man has to get up on the stand... Oh boy, things are getting wild from the get-go. Poor guy. Poor man. Oh no. Oh no. He's not ready. He's gonna fumble up there. Lock in, Meekins. Lock in, buddy. Lawyers in the Ace Attorney world are akin to celebrities. Yeah, you're right. That is a good point. These might as well get broadcasted on TV. These trials. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Oh no. Oh no. Yes, sir. I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir. No, Meekins. No. Case closed, Your Honor. My client is innocent. Poor Meekins. He doesn't know what he's doing up there. So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. Meekins, calm down. I'm going to get you off that stand and we're going to get you out of there. But I need you to stop talking. I need you to stop talking right now. I'll never kill anyone again. No, 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 no. Meekins. Meekins, no. You've got to believe me, sir. Actually, sir, I'm what you would call part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Help me, sir. Officer Meekins. Yes, sir. Give us your report of the crime. Consider that in order. Yes, sir. As you wish. After all, I am part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir. You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm. I can fault him for throwing himself under the bus, though, right? I want Meekins and Larry in a scene together. That would be the dream crossover, wouldn't it? That'd be amazing. Why can't Nick get some simps and preferably Cash? Well, Cash because they never pay us, and simps because every time we go up against Miles, you know, dude, people love Miles. People don't like us for some reason. I like to think we're pretty cool. But we definitely don't get the amount of respect, even though we're 2-0 against Miles. Crime report, sir. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life, then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. So he's saying it was self-defense. I don't think he even did it. Damn it, Meekins, I know. Lock in. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you? Do unto others before they do unto you. That's the Meekins family motto, sir. I see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain your consciousness. Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir. I'm about to knock you upside the head if you keep saying you're a murderer, Meekins. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more info to work with. Yeah. You know, we've surely done a lot of cross-examinations where we're trying to call them out for lying about our client being the murderer. I think this is the first time we're doing a cross-examination where we're just trying to convince this guy that he's not the murderer. Oh, I take it back. Edgeworth. We did the same thing for Edgeworth. Can y'all recommend some food? Because I'm a bit hungry and I want to try some new food for later. Ooh, are we talking like fast food or are we talking like real restaurants? Megan's is probably dumber than me. No, he was just nervous. He's just nervous and he lacks confidence. That's all. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room. Hold it! Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes, now there's a scary thought. If Meekins is conducting interviews, that is terrifying. Evidence transferal was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. The thing out front? Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the Chief of Detectives. This guy. I knew this thing was going to play somewhat of a role in this trial, right? I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. I see. Sounds like a very important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? Alright, I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. Hold it right there, buddy. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? Is it on there, Beacons? There it is! Okay, it's on there. This one right there. Could you please read us the number? Yes, sir. It's 498-9596. That's my number, sir. I see, but the number 498-9596 is shown as being used twice. What is going on? I'm lost. I'm lost. I want to see the people Meekins trained. Do you think they picked up on his nervousness? Do you think that's passed down from trainer to trainee? It's all part of the job. Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room, and the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down. I see. So it was during that second time when... Yes, sir. Ooh, takoyaki is really good. That was when I spotted the man on the security screen. Data added to the ID card record. IDs of all who entered the evidence room on 2/21. I was only doing what I was trained to do. Okay, so let me take a look at this. IDs of all who entered the evidence room on 2/21. So Miles came in at 4:40. Mike came in at 4:50. Mike came in at 5:14. With Bruce. Then who came in at 4:50? Who came in at 4:50? Let's see. I was only doing what I was trained to do. I was suddenly attacked. Hold it. So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir. A knife. Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you, and what happened then? Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You weren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand. Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be... When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. I fought for my life, and then I did it. What exactly do you mean when you say you did it? I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. You took his knife? I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. Oh, this guy's got moves. This guy's got moves. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. I see. He must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then, the next thing I knew, he punched me right in my face, sir. Interesting. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. Well, he's got a point. He's got a point. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain. Oh, kids, no. That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir. The Blue Badger. Wait, so you fought off a guy who pointed a knife at you, and then you went and got the Blue Badger? I returned into the entrance before things got out of hand. Well, we can all rest easy now. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Mike's so strangely cartoony. He's very animated, isn't he? He's very animated. Yes, Your Honor, only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Yes, Officer Meekins. With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Oh? Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning, sir. The chief delivered it. What is that? A videotape? Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room. Oh? Oh, our first of the day. But I specifically asked if there was such a tape. Oh no, Edgeworth. And was told it had been mistakenly erased. That's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. Looks like the communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim. I would like to see this too, because I still don't believe it. I'm so sad Bruce Goodman is dead. His eyes are so gentle. He has the gaze of a puppy. You think so? He does. He does have really gentle eyes now that you mention it. Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me. A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Are we actually going to see this? Is it? Oh, wow. That's terrifying. This seems like something out of Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay, I'm guessing that's Goodman. This thing is terrifying. My snack is Tic Tacs? I haven't had a Tic Tac in a long time. Okay, they're not showing us this guy's face, which makes me a little suspicious. What flavor of Tic Tacs do you like? Okay, Meekins is on a mission. Oh? Meekins, no! Wait, he's actually crazy. Oh, no, he's not. He's getting destroyed. Oh! Oh, Meekins. Oh, no. Meekins? Oh, wait. Where's Goodman? He's vanished. Whoa. Where did he go? Where on earth did he go? What the? Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. Oh, wait, where did he go? He died, duh. What do you mean, where did he go, Press? He died. I think. That's what I'm going with. I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm going to stop acting like I have any clue what's going on. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? I ask myself that every day, Judge. What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood? Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. It's the Blue Badger. Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Security video added to the court record. Video from the security camera placed in the evidence room. Yes, well, anyway, this tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone. In the... Oh! Let him finish, Edgeworth. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that all right with you, Officer Meekins? Yes, sir. As you wish, sir. You need to stop letting people push you around, Meekins. How do you know that's Bruce Goodman? So they're not showing his face, so I'm guessing it's probably not. It's just he's wearing the same clothes. He's dressed like him, at least. But they won't show us his face, which makes me be like,
Excuse me, Edgy. That's the prized and very prestigious badger of the color blue.
That's how I picture Meekins talks. His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. That's a good point. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, so it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. Well, that's a problem. What's this about a fingerprint? Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. Mystery Man. All right. His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman. But if we can't see his face, but you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not seen it. Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Why is everyone looking at me? Because, Meekins, you're on the witness stand, buddy. That's why. If I had to label your stares as disturbing or... Meekins. What the... Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify. Oh, they're yelling at him. You claim that the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you're positive it was him. He opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprints to do. About these lockers, is there no other way to open them? No, sir. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir. Wonder what kind of methods he's tried. Wait, yeah, that sounds suspicious in and of itself. If the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprints, then he must be the person the locker was assigned to. Exactly my point, sir. And this, too. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker. Did he just balk? Wait, like a bird or like in baseball when you go into your pitching motion and then you stop? Both are true. Both are... What he did would classify as a balk in baseball as well. How do you know that information? I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir. People in the know? The workers in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles. I want to listen to your romantic troubles. Meekins, forget the trial. How's your love life? How's it going, Meekins? For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source. So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint. Is it possible he could have something... Is it possible that he could have something that has Goodman's fingerprint on it and use that to open the locker? I doubt that that's how that works. But... You sure you don't run a sports bar instead of a cafe? I got a TV on in the back. I got a TV on in the back with the game on. A chicken, I don't do sports. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Only sport I do watch is football, and that was only one game. Football season's coming. I'm in a fantasy football league. We haven't drafted yet, but... Ooh. Maybe... No, there's no way to really do fantasy football content. It'd be fun, though, if I could find a way. You played soccer? Heck yeah. What position? The most important detail is not shown in this video, the man's face. Sir, if I may say something, sir. Please do. After all, you are being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock, and it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this. Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it. Don't pin this on me. Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again. Is there a problem with the security video? No, there's definitely a problem with it. I just don't know what it is. I just don't know what it is. Only thing I'm doing that is sports is probably marching band. I think that's a sport. You gotta be pretty in shape for marching band. Weren't you just out in like the 90-degree weather marching around all day? I'd say that counts. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there's one thing in particular that seems rather strange. This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction? It does? I wouldn't go that far. Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edgewood. I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. Great. He would want me to point it out. My sport is Mario Kart. Did you play the new one? Did you play the new Mario Kart? The Mario Kart World? It looks so good. I don't have a Switch 2, but Mario Kart World looks so good. Very well, proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. Oh, I didn't think... Okay, yeah, you know what? I can do it. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. I have to point out a problem in the video? You and me both, Phoenix. I didn't think we were actually... I thought maybe there was going to be something in the court record we could be like, oh, look at this. I didn't think we were going to have to point out the problem in the video. The video looked fine to me, if I'm being honest, but... This is the first time I've ever had to do that. You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing. Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video. How did this guy ever become a police officer? Wait a second. Yeah, he's pretty squirmy. I don't know about that. Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the... Whoa! Okay, so it's set up so I can rewind and fast forward. And I have to find out what the issue with the video is. And point it out? Okay, here's Goodman. Or the alleged Goodman. And he's opening the locker. Something falls out of the locker. Right? That's gotta be it. Whoa. What did I just do? Okay, oh, I paused it. Okay, so we have to rewind. Something falls out of the locker. Right? Yes, okay. So. Pause. The glove! Oh, we got it! Okay. It's this right here. Oh, shoot! Yes, take that! I think we got it. That was the glove. I thought it was a piece of paper at first. Wait, yeah, Goodman is tall looking at this now that I think about it. Now that you point that out, wait a second. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Yes, that is strange. Something certainly seems unnatural about that. What could it mean? Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Wright, but you seem to have forgotten the point of this exercise. The point? What you're looking for is one thing and one thing only. Something that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman. Oh, yeah. Whew, I almost walked right into the defense's trap. I'll place him under arrest, sir. No, you won't. No, you won't. I'm trying to help you out. I need to slow down and tackle these things one piece at a time. Now, what do I do? Wait, that wasn't right? Nick doesn't sound confident. I guess not. doesn't that seem like, I feel like that's pretty important. Oh, because we have the glove. Every time you point your finger, someone gets hurt. You're pointing, you know what? Never mind. Says the one pointing his finger at us. I will now play the security tape. Okay, so I'm guessing that the glove falling off just doesn't matter. At least not yet. And maybe it matters a little bit later. But it doesn't matter yet, apparently. Let's see. Next thing I'm looking for is if this number skips. If it's like an edited footage. 39, 40, 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There goes Meekins, all sneaky. 56, 57, 58, 59. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Okay, nothing there. What the? Okay, outside of the glove, I don't see anything weird. This guy's doing his little dance. Nothing there. We can fast forward. Okay, here comes Goodman. Goodman's just walking by. Wait. What time is this? 17. Oh no, that's 5:14. That's right. That's right. Meekins was in there at 5:14. Okay. Now what? Did he actually stab Meekins? Or did he miss? Okay, then Meekins attacks him. He gets absolutely destroyed. You think you see it? And it's not the glove. You're telling me it's not the glove. Forgot to tell you, the Demon Slayer movie is coming out September 12th. Is it really? To US theaters? It's in plain sight? It is? Yeah, I totally see it. Okay. The music that's playing in the background is giving me the creeps. It's in plain sight. It's not the glove. Okay. And it's in plain sight. There's something wrong with the footage. This is really, really unfortunate. Okay, and then he gets up. He tackles him. I'm gonna go grab food. I hope you grab something yummy. Wait. Okay, and then he goes for Meekins. You see it, huh? Okay. I don't see it. I wish I did. Okay. So we've got this guy here. He's waving his hands. You might be wrong. You're probably right. You're usually right about these things. Perfectly placed and timed badger arms. I know. That's so Wait. Oh no, I was going to say because it stopped there, but that's not it. Okay, here comes Meekins. Wait a second. I know what it is. Do I? I think I do. Hear me out. Take a look here. Meekins has a baton. And then when you get here, he doesn't have the baton anymore. Unless he knocks it out of his hand. Right? And it's not the glove. Pause. Can I say it's this? Well, do you think they'll take this? They're probably not going to take this, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. I love Ace Attorney shenanigans, calling Paris to the stand. Crazy badgers perfectly lining up. I know. He drops the baton? Yeah, I knew that. I was just testing you guys. I was just I was just testing. I was just keeping you guys on your toes, you know? Just making sure you guys, were paying attention, that's all. That's all. I knew. Okay. Oh, what is the red spot on his shoulder? Yeah, I think it's a stab wound. Because this guy did eventually die. The video, does it really show it being dropped? Am I? Okay. That's suspicious. How are they saying that doesn't mean anything? Come on. Okay. And it's in plain sight? Are we sure? I don't think I'm losing any points for this one, fortunately. Okay. Here comes Meekins. He dodges that like an absolute pro. Look at this face. This is a guy who knows what he's doing. Now, I don't know what that is. I don't know what this is about. I feel like this was the wrong move. Going in for the bear hug probably wasn't in his best interest. But he looks like a legit cop here. I'm proud of you, Meekins. Just next time, don't go for the bear hug. That's probably not the best move. He opened himself up to be stabbed in the side here, really. Do you need to know if it's before or the badger? Would that help? Oh, no. I just assumed it was after the badger. Give me one more second. Give me one more playthrough. Give me one more round. Give me one more round. Use the megaphone to deafen him. Does he have his megaphone there? He does. Okay. The music is really starting to get on my nerves. I'm not gonna lie. I hope I solve this soon. Okay. Okay. All right. Here we go. Sitting up. Taking my glasses off and then putting them back on to re-lock in. And let's figure this out. We're going to go frame by frame here. So here is the blue badger. He's doing his thing. I was hoping that this was already going to be open and so he wouldn't have had to use his fingerprint. That doesn't look to be the case. Okay. And now here comes Goodman. He's walking by. He's looking confident. I have a feeling it's somewhere here. I think it's somewhere before Meekins shows up. Because why else would they extend it out like this? He opens the locker. The glove falls out. The fact that this isn't it is crazy. It's unlocked? Is it? You think it's unlocked? Wait, because... No, that wouldn't make sense. Wait! Wait, I think you're right. Wait. You are... I think you're right. Watch. The light's already on. Okay, yep. Or is that this? No, it's already open. I was right. It was already open. I was right. Take that. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Now we're talking. Officer Meekins. Do you mean me, sir? As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is released. It was in plain sight. It was in plain sight. Hey, we got there. Oh my gosh, it took us a second though. I think I was just so hung up on the glove that I couldn't think of anything else. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. Do 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 do. Interesting. Do I have to? Are we watching this whole thing again, or can I skip? We already did this whole thing. I thought it was weird, but we didn't dwell on the scene enough for me to give it a second thought. I didn't even notice until like the 8th watch through. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind to a little earlier. Oh my gosh. Phoenix, get to the point, man. Dwell on everything. It's the lawyer way, I guess. I know you really... I do like that this game doesn't just give you like easy clues. You really gotta look for them, man. Notice the light. What's this? It's already lit. Welcome to the party, Judge. Welcome to the party. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Oh. Meekins, relax. Does Meekins? Is he handcuffed right now? I can't tell. What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. Yeah, that's not Goodman. That's not Goodman in there. But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When the door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked. I know, it must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction. Oh well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked? Me, Your Honor. Well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Oh, maybe something like jammed the system sensor? I was just thinking that someone left it open. I was just thinking that they were in cahoots and someone left it open for someone else. There's something else that seems out of place in this video. I thought so too. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage. Oh, no. No. The locker wasn't locked. Now it's got to be the glove, right? If it's not the... Listen, if it's not the glove, I don't know what else to put in here. Holy smokes. It's got to be the glove. If it's not the glove, GG. We're cooked. Because I don't know what else it could be. Please be the glove. Oh, thank God. Oh, you know when you see this face off Phoenix that you've done something right. This is a little bit better. What happened so far? Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. We went through a video of Meekins getting the knife pointed at him. And we found out that maybe the guy who was in there that was saying he was quote-unquote Bruce Goodman wasn't actually Bruce Goodman, the victim, after all. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. I'm sure we'll get there at some point. There it is. What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall... Oh, Phoenix is like, don't finish that thought. We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted? Yeah, you know, like stopping it from being legible. I'm sure we'll get there. I don't know why they keep making us rewatch this. Holy smokes. Yeah, right there. We've been here. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I got out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, poor Meekins, he can't finish a thought. But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. A rubber glove, an insulator. But at the crime scene, there just might have been something that fits the description. I think I finally figured this out. Very well, will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door? Your Honor? Take that! I don't know why I'm screaming at you, Your Honor, but take that! I found this near the locker, a thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that was in the victim's locker. It has a tag that says SL9 incident. Ah. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker, but that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Meekins doesn't know his left from his right now. I don't know if we should be questioning him any further. It would appear so, sir. Order! So are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman? Objection! Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. Is that so? Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir. Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Oh, you mean that, sir, of course. Is this a joke? What is going on? Very well, begin your testimony, your one final testimony, Meekins. Mystery Man, witness testimony. There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. I just don't know, though. An ID card record. I see. I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. Miles, Mike, Bruce, and then Mike again. The ID used at 5:14 is that of the victim. Just before the crime, Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. Then how did it end up at the other crime scene? I'm so confused. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Sorry, I'm tired. Why were there so few people using this room? This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases? Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end, although it doesn't make much of a difference, to be honest. They added videos rebuilding a vase, fingerprints, blood stuff, and inspecting items. I know, they did add a lot in this case. It was probably one of those things where it's like the original Ace Attorney came out in 2001. Now they had the 3DS as hardware. There's probably a lot more that they could do with it, you know? Very cool. I'm a fan. This is a really good case. There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon. I see. Now let us move on to the cross-examination. Mystery Man 2. There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. Who used it first? Who used it first? Oh, Bruce did. Dang it. You caught yourself on a paperclip. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's prepping you for next game. Oh, we get to do this stuff in the next game, too? Oh, heck yeah. I'm on board. Okay. We're just going to go... There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. Is that card hanging from your neck? One of those ID cards? Yes, sir. This card right next to my cuffs, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it. But what if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that? Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. You just conceal it. Just make it be a little secret. Because, listen, Meekins, I get it. I lose stuff all the time. Just tuck it in your shirt. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of the car? Well, the remaining time, it's my ID card that gets stuck. This poor guy. Are you drinking coffee, Press? I am drinking coffee. Well, I'm about to finish it. I really shouldn't be drinking it. It's kind of late here. It's almost like 8:30. But I am drinking coffee. Just regular black coffee today. Nothing too fancy. Nothing too fancy. At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this. Please proceed with your testimony. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used this ID card. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you. Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID card. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Ah, man, this is hitting me like a truck. Maybe he just panicked? Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out. Mr. Wright, what do you think? I'm confused. Me too, Phoenix. I am also confused. Press is going to have caffeine nightmares. This was my third cup of the day. Yeah, that probably has something to do with it. I'm probably crashing now. Maybe I should chill. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night either. I woke up early for work. Is it late evening where I am? Yeah, it is. I operate on East Coast time. The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It is? Yeah, it is. It is too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this. Is it that obvious? No, it is. It is that obvious. It's actually so obvious. I can't believe you guys don't know. Embarrassing. Unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you? Yes, sir. Solid as stone. If my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages, I'd even give the V for victory sign, sir. Press, you're being a bad influence on chatters again. Am I? Okay, get 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. And don't ever drink caffeine past 8 o'clock. I think it's actually, the actual rules, like, I want to say, like, you shouldn't drink it, like 8 hours before you go to bed? I think that's what they say. Something like that. There is a cutoff time where you're not supposed to drink it anymore. I listen to it and follow all the rules. Cup 3, that's almost as many Celsiuses. Wait, you shouldn't be drinking 3 Celsiuses a day. Those are like 200 milligrams of caffeine, and I think your daily limit should be like 400, and that's the high end. Couldn't he just use his right hand for that? Let's hear him out fully. As we've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second. I feel like that was a slight dig at him. To enter the evidence room, must use their ID card, and when an ID card is used, there's a record of it. Let it be noted that this is the record the witness referred to. Let me see. That would be it. Detective Goodman. What's the matter? According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name's on here. Oh, we are going to talk about it, huh? I didn't know if we were going to talk about it. I think you're never supposed to drink caffeine ever? Oh, I hope if that's the case, my entire brand is shot. Oh, no. So it is, Your Honor. Not the prosecutor again. Oh, no. I'm not the murderer. Don't look at me. You've got the wrong color, kid. It's the guy in purple. It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today. I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let us continue with the cross-examination. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. It must be so difficult for him. Oh man. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. Okay. So apparently, according to Phoenix, this is just so obvious. The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this. You're thinking too hard about it. What? Nervous tapping intensifies from Edgy. Nervous tapping intensifies for me. What am I missing? There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. But he couldn't have used his card, because we have this, which shows us... I don't understand. I'm so confused. I don't understand what's going on. This has stumped me. This is really stumping me. Okay. What about this? Lost item report. That probably isn't anything we need as of yet. 420, 440, 450, 514, and 514. What was Meekins doing in there at 450? What is going on? Scene of the stabbing. No. Face palms? Am I missing something really obvious? Oh no. I hope it's not that obvious. It seems pretty obvious. Vaguely face palm so we can try to figure it out. Oh no. Okay. There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, I'm going to save my game here because we're pretty far in now and I don't want to have to backtrack. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to present this. That is wrong. Incorrect, press. Okay. Oh, man. Epic? Oh, no. Okay, I'm on the wrong track. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. Are we sure? At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. At 5:14, he used his card. I think I see now, but I'm not going to say anything. What are you guys seeing that I'm not? No, I'll figure it out. I mean, I'm just playing it up for the bit, you know? I'm just playing it up, that's all. I know what it is. Make sure you review everything you've collected. Some of these things you found weeks ago in real time, so consider everything. That's a good point. That's a really good point. That's a really good point. Wait. Would it be this? Would it be... Is there a... Found at prosecutor's office crime scene? It's this. It's this. Yeah, okay. Because we found this at the scene of our crime. I keep forgetting this isn't our crime. I don't really know why we're working on this one. We found this ID at the scene of our crime. So it could not have been used unless there is another one, a copy, at the scene of this crime. Which means somehow it was forged. I don't see it because my brain is mush today. I don't know if you would have caught it without seeing the very beginning of this case. I'm not good at waiting, sir. Me either, Meekins. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. Yes, there we go. Ta-da! We found it. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. I totally forgot there was another crime scene for a second. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. That's what the lost item report was for. A lost item report. It's only half completed, but it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess, you believe this something to be his ID card, right? Can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Interesting. So, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. Doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Interesting. Very interesting. It wasn't obvious, but only because it's been weeks ago. If this was played like in one go, it'd be easier. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right about that. Does the prosecution have a response? I have only one thing to say to the defense. Is it how great I am? How good at my job I am, Edgeworth? Bravo, Mr. Wright. How about that? How about that? Bravo. Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, I'm glad he's doing my work for me. The man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes. What's he up to? That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake? Is that? Sure. Yeah, why not? I'll go. Sure, Miles. I'm down for that. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. Yeah! I was thinking the same thing, Edgeworth. Edgy be plotting. He's scheming. The gears of his brain are turning right now. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago, you seemed content to be pointing your fingers around. This isn't going to end well. Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth, please, because I'm lost. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. I mean, that's the only way that it makes sense, right? Because he died at our crime scene. So the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot. At the prosecutor's office, the murderer being Ms. Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. Oh. Knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. That's quite clever. Quite clever on his part. Then what was the point of marking of the body? I'm lost, Raven. I'm so confused. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered, and where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman. Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Lana... What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Yeah, I'll object. It works. Sometimes. I'm sure I'll find something. One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. No, of course not, but I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. I mean, it didn't. It actually panned away from it. And man, they're going to make us watch every second of it, aren't they? Poor Meekins. Wait, but if there wasn't a murder, then my point from earlier stands. Where the heck did that guy go? However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Oh, specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. Edgeworth. Come on, man. This just might be my chance. Do I have a witness? Can I bring a witness? Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Mr. Wright, do you mean... Your Honor, the defense... Wait, did she just read my mind? The defense would like to request a specific witness. I do wonder if Mia's gonna come up. Probably not, right? Because Maya's not here. So I would imagine Mia's not gonna show up. Whom do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Is that how it works? Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testify, what is his or her name? That person, Your Honor. Jake Marshall.
Take that!
Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. That was easy. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess. Wait a second, I called him to the stand. Why don't I get to prepare him? Why does the prosecution get to prepare him? Parentheses seem to be both internal dialogue and whispered dialogue. Oh. So you might have been just quietly talking to Emma. That makes sense. That actually makes sense. I didn't even think about that. Oh, hi, Lana. February 24th, 11:32 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. And that is where we'll leave off. I'm gonna leave you guys on a cliffhanger. Mostly because, one, I'm tired. Two, I have to edit my long-form video before I leave for the weekend. So I'll probably cut this one a little shorter than normal. We'll keep it at about an hour and 40 minutes. One thing I did want to touch on before I leave, because I haven't talked about it yet, but I saw some people talking about it in the chat, so I figured I should make my stance on it pretty clear. No matter your sexual orientation, race, whatever it may be, you are absolutely welcome here in this community, and I want you to feel comfortable, and I want you to feel safe, and I want you to feel cared about, and, you know, just feel and understand that you can come here and kind of just forget about things. That is something that's very important to me. While I myself am not LGBTQ, my sister is, and so that is a very prevalent part of my life. And so I just want you guys to know, if you are part of that community, or no matter what your sexual orientation may be, you are absolutely welcome here, and I hope that you feel safe here. And I want you guys to have a good time. I want everyone to have a good time and feel welcome here. That is my main goal. That's why I started streaming. So I just wanted to say that. And thank you guys for supporting me. This was a very fun stream, and I've had a very good time, but I realized that I hadn't talked about that yet. So I just wanted to let you guys know. But I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. And I'm sorry that I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter, but I hope that's okay with you guys. I'll have a stream next week when I'm back from my little trip. But until then, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Keep an eye out for my long form video that's going to be coming out tomorrow. It's not anything crazy. It's just going to take a look at July's performance, some of the stuff that we did, some overall numbers, you know, how much we've grown. I did a similar one for June. So if you want to get an idea for what the July one will be like, you know, I encourage you to go watch that one. Oh, I wanted to check one thing actually before I leave. Let me see. I'm gonna give another VTuber maybe a shout out here. And they're a big VTuber. They absolutely don't need my shout out. But since you guys seem to like VTubers who play Ace Attorney, Hakos Bales at 9 o'clock in 17 minutes. They are streaming Ace Attorney Justice for All. I think that's either the second or the third game. And she is a VTuber in HoloLive, a very successful VTuber. And she's playing through Ace Attorney for the first time as well. So I figured if you guys like Ace Attorney and you like VTubers, maybe you'll like that stream. So maybe go check that out. But anyway, I'm gonna head out. But thank you guys. This was a very fun stream, and I'm having a very good time doing it. So yeah, that's it. I'll leave you to it. As always, thank you. Schedule will be out on Saturday, and I hope y'all have a good one. See you later. Thanks a bunch. Bye-bye.